We had you on just a few days ago, talk to you about how you saw the campaign. Now, after this solo press conference, the president out there in the spotlight for quite a while, did that change your opinion of the president's campaign or any other part of this?
Frank, what a seesaw this week has been. And I think that we started off this week with Biden with momentum to stay in the race. A okay interview with George Stephanopoulos with ABC News and going on Morning Joe, letters to congressional Democrats. But then really swung back once Pelosi came out and started questioning whether or not Joe Biden had to make a decision, almost saying that the decision he's made is not okay. The press conference last night was probably good enough for him to stay in the race for now. It was an hour-long unscripted event, something that people were concerned he wasn't able to do. Supporters of him will say his answers to questions, especially on foreign policy, were strong. But detractors are going to point out to exactly what you pointed out, calling Zelensky Putin, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump. And I know a number of members were asked, wait until after this NATO summit before you call for him to withdraw. And so later today, throughout this weekend, I expect the numbers to grow in terms of how many members of Congress ask him to step aside. But the Joe Biden I saw last night seemed very convinced in his ability to stay in this race. And ultimately, this is up to Joe Biden. Okay. If he wants to stay in, he has the delegates.
You mentioned Joe Biden kind of pushed back on some of the questions from his Democratic colleagues. He's also pushing back on the Trump campaign pretty hard, bringing up Project 2025 and a lot of the key policy differences, including tariffs. In your mind, did those jabs, did they really land with his constituents?
It's a start. This was part foreign policy press conference, but probably even more a campaign speech. What Democrats have wanted to see from Joe Biden is for him to go directly after Donald Trump, make the contrast in terms of what his policies would look like versus Donald Trump's policies. So bringing up Project 2025, when you go and have to defend some of the issues in there, one of the true lessons I always learn in D.C. is that in politics, when you're explaining, you're losing. What the Biden campaign wants to do is look to Project 2025, take out the most controversial things that do not poll well with swing voters and saying, this is the format that you will get. This is the policy you will get if Donald Trump goes back into the White House, trying to shift this. Because if this is a referendum on Joe Biden loses. But if the Biden campaign can shift it to a referendum on Donald Trump, Joe Biden has a shot. That's why they're doing this.
So obviously, a lot of eyes on Joe Biden. You mentioned we might hear from more Democrats in the coming days. Almost like out of mind right now, the fact that the RNC starts next week. A lot of implications there for investors, especially. The president expected to announce a vice president. Give us a sense for investors as the president looks at a vice president. What factors should they be considering? Are there different vice presidential picks that have different market implications?
Yeah, Frank. So it's almost remarkable that we have the Republican National Convention next week, because it's almost been 100% Joe Biden all the time in the political conversation. But as early as next Monday, we could get Donald Trump's vice presidential pick. When I've talked to former Trump officials, they tell me the vice president under Donald Trump is more important than almost any other president, that the pick for vice president is in there on all policy decisions. So if it ends up being J.D. Vance, the senator from Ohio, expect a much more tough stance on trade. That's where we have to start worrying about those tariffs a little bit more. If it's Marco Rubio, man alive, is that going to be tough on China? If it's Doug Burgum, the North Dakota governor, maybe there is a little bit more pro-business tilt to this. He had a tech company that he sold to Microsoft. That's how he made money. As the governor of North Dakota, is that really positive for energy policy? So look to who Donald Trump selects for vice president to get a true signal of what the day-to-day policy in the White House would be if he's elected in November.